Welcome to another session of the TIA portal. In this session we will learn how to work with math functions in ladder logic. We will first load program in CPU and go online and monitor the ladder logic. First instruction is calculate. With the help of this instruction we can create formulas. We can select the data type from drop-down menu. Here I have created simple formula to subtract two variables and save them in the output variable. In one variable value is 12 and in two variable value is 10, so 12 to 10 equals to 2. Now we can try to change the value of the in2 variable 8. So now 12 8 equals to 4. Now we can try to change the value of the in2 variable 8. So now 12 to 5 equals to 7. We will try to change the formula add these two variables. As you can see now 12 plus 5 equals to 17. Try to change the value of the in2 variable to 24. So now 12 plus 24 equals to 36. We will try to change the formula to multiply these two variables. You can see our result is 288 as result of multiplying 12 and 24. Let's modify value of the in2 to 12. Now 12 into 12 equals 144. Next instruction is addition. This instruction simply adds the variables at in1 and in2 and stores result in the output. Let's try by changing the value of the in2 to 15. Now 2 plus 15 equals to 17. Next instruction is subtraction. This instruction simply subtract the variable in1 with in2 and stores result in the output. Let's try by changing the value of the in1 8 and in2 to 3. Our result will 8 minus 3 equals 5. Next instruction is multiplication. This instruction simply multiply the variable in1 with in2 and stores result in the output. Let's try by changing the value of the in1 to 4 and in2 to 6. Our result will be 24. Now try by changing the value of the in2 to 10. Result be 4 into 10 equals 40. Next instruction is division. This instruction simply divides the variable in1 with in2 and stores result in the output. Let's try by changing the value of the in1 to 25 and in2 to 5. Our result will be 5. Next instruction is increment. This instruction simply add 1 in the value of the variable at in/out every time signal goes higher to enable input of the instruction. Next instruction is decrements. This instruction simply subtract 1 in the value of the variable at in/out every time signal goes higher to enable input of the instruction. We will modify the value to 100. Now you can see every time we have a rising edge at enable input, value is decrements by 1. Next instruction is get minimum. The get minimum instruction compares the values at the available inputs and writes the lowest value to the output. The number of inputs can be expanded at the instruction box by additional inputs. The inputs are numbered in ascending order in the box. Here you can see my in1 is 35 and in2 is 50. Out is 35 because 35 is less than 50. Next instruction is get maximum. The get maximum instruction compares the values at the available inputs and writes the highest value to the output. The number of inputs can be expanded at the instruction box by additional inputs. Here you can see out is 150, because 150 is greater than 105. Next instruction is set limit value. You can use the set limit value instruction to limit the value at input into the values at the inputs min and max. Our minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 15. You can see value of the variable at in1 is 20 but out value is 15 only because 15 is maximum limit. Now if I change in value to 19, still out value is 15. If we change the in value to 14, our out value also changes to 14 because now it is in the range of minimum and maximum. Next instruction, form square. You can use the form square instruction to square the value of the in input and query the result at the out output. Next instruction is form square root. You can use the form square root instruction to find the square root of the value of the in input and query the result at the out output. The instruction outputs a positive result if the input value is greater than 0. If input values are less than 0, the out output returns an invalid floating point number. If the value at input in is 0, then the result is also 0.